I feel like a lot of artists unknowingly learned a lot of shit and didn't even really process in real time.
I'm not like an influencer or a content creator. It's something that I had to learn how to like turn around and do. I try to just keep music first, and I think that it's people that understand that.
Like for your craft to take you around the world, places you used to see in social studies books and shit in school and shit. And
I'm rapping in the same room as the engineer with a curtain in between.
You always have to pay attention to the data, but now it's like the forefront.
He carved a bird, a nightingale, out of wood, engineered the bird to play one of my songs from the album, Devil's in the Details. That is so cool.
I gave 5 of my supporters $100, and I called it like the HGSB. Here goes some bread grant.
I wish I knew more about my fans and why they fuck with me.
But now I read it. It's super helpful. Continue to create that community.
I'm equally as excited for like the progression of AI as I am scared of it.
If you're watching this, you have an audience interacting with you, coming to your events, buying stuff from you, and tons more.
Rivet plugs into all that and tells you who your top fans are so that you can target them in a more personalized way. With Rivet, you can put your fan engagement on autopilot, deepen your fan relationships, and take your sales all the way up. Join our exclusive beta today at rivet.app and take your community and creative business to the next level for free.
Welcome. Welcome to episode 2.
Let's go.
We got superstar Cammy in the cut. What's good?
What's up? How
you feeling?
I'm good. What is?
Welcome.
And as usual, we got Big Homie Doe as well in the cut.
I'm here again.
So, first question, what's in the cup?
Don't ask me about what's in my cup. Don't ask me about that. Just noticed
we got your new single that's out, Princess Cuts. How does it feel? Tell us about the process.
It feels good, man. Like just trying to get back putting out things consistently. I haven't put out music in a while. We had a whole pandemic, all that type of stuff. But feels good to release. Shout out to the team that shot the video for it. They reached out, just random as hell. Power of the internet, power of technology, and just, had the production set up already. Didn't have to worry about a thing. Gave them the idea and the concepts. Shot it. Looked good. Happy with it. Anxious to keep going.
That's awesome.
Nice. Well, speaking about the video, can you kind of elaborate on your creative process behind it? Because it's an intricate video. It's probably one of my favorite videos of yours, like the overhead shot of you like laying on the clouds. Can you kind of like walk us through your process, the creative process of it, and what you was trying to, get off?
So I think we just had a conversation about like just with the album that I've been creating, the aesthetics behind it, the colors, like what is the subject matter and what are the images that are associated with it, right? So I've always been like a neon type guy, like just really pinks and blues and stuff like that. So that instantly juxtaposed to like clouds, because it's got like that was just like the first thought. Okay. But from the technical standpoint, we use this. It's like this robot that does like full 180-degree turns. If I'm saying that right, I don't know if I got the degrees right, but it just basically if
this is, don't worry.
You know what I mean? Edit that with AI. But fucking if this is like a flat surface, the camera would be like right on top of me, and it would literally rotate all the way to my
almost
foot.
half circle.
Yeah, half circle, like a semicircle type vibe, and then it'll rotate that and back. But the trick with the shot that we were trying to get was we shot it on a cloud field, then we shot it on a grass field, right? So we wanted it to kind of look like it was like flipping. Yeah, exactly. So, but
yeah. I wanted to ask you about that because I feel like you're an artist that's like super hands-on with the creative process, from creating the music to actually being hands-on with the video, and I could tell it reflects in your art.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a question?
No. You're
giving me my props. Oh, thank you so much.
General statement.
He's giving you props.
Yeah, come on.
That's what we should start. We should start having flowers.
Yeah.
Y'all should have like a bad team with some flowers and just hand them to the people. That'll set it up.
I'm putting that in the notes.
Yeah.
Putting that in the notes.
So how does it feel now?
The Rivet girls.
Oh yeah. How does it feel now looking back? 10 years, Spread Out Light. How does it feel?
Damn, light. What the hell? Yo, that was just a different time. That was when, never had done this before. Just tapping into trying to recreate some of my favorite types of music, my favorite types of artists, whether it was like Lil Wayne or MF Doom. So I feel like those two people kind of create the spectrum of who I am to a degree. But yeah, that's 10 years later. It's been a blessing to be able to just do music for that long, and not really have to really, like, because I wanted to do that, being able to do it and still being alive and living and doing all the shit that I want to do, that's a blessing. But now it's like everything's changing. I'm just trying to like understand what it means to adapt again, because I feel like it's been different stages where it's like, oh, now it's the blogs, or like now it's, you know what I mean? Now it's like little world star meme pages, and now it's like, like we're getting, it's in the frontier of like things being, just like paying attention to the data. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and funny enough, you always have to pay attention to the data, but now it's like the forefront of what you.
Now it's critical to like progress in your career as an artist, because like understanding the data or even understanding how to analyze it and then move forward from that gives you a better idea of how to create marketing plans.
Exactly.
Things like that. So that's a very important point that you just brought up.
Yeah. So, 10 years in, I'm not trying to do this for 10 more years. I want to come work for Rivet.
We'll talk. This is not paid. He really want to be here.
Yeah.
And actually, you brought up a really cool point. So besides the cup, what do you get from the Wayne side, and what do you think you get from the Doom side?
It's crazy. Both of them are like lyricists in their own ways. So like just the importance of words you get from both of them. Like Wayne was so, his transcendence was like, he could occupy any space by being himself. He elevated whatever he was on, right? So it's like you had Wayne on a Kesha song or Wayne on some Taylor Swift shit, like whatever. Right. But he would represent like truly what it meant to be from our culture, what hip hop culture was. Doom on the other side, he was just so attention to detail. Like when he was putting together those raps, it was more or less like, yeah, I'm a like bar you out, but I'm gonna give you so much subtext so that on a replay, you gonna be like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you even think? It's just so heady. Like, Doom was so heady, so I appreciate stuff like that. But I think he was a little too heady. Like, for me, like now it's like, people don't have that like long of attention spans nowadays. So it's like, how can you merge those two things and give people a product that they could digest and be like, damn, that shit you really hit that. But then at the same time, it's still fun. Right. It's still like, digestible. So that's a challenge in any art form, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you have to do that. Like, that's not like the mission to be digestible, but I think it is like fun to be digestible because you draw in more people. That's the point.
Yeah. And you talked a little bit about those just the transitions from the blog era to kind of how things are now. And if you put yourself in the shoes of 10 years ago, like thinking back to what you were doing to build your fan base then, talk through some of the craziest things you did then.
Man, it was just, like we used to be outside of school is like giving out, I don't know, take the CDs and like literally like we came from that era, or we were coming from the end of that type of era where people was really trapping out their trunks, like CDs out of, like, you know what I mean, the DVD man era. And then so we adopted a lot of those tactics. Like my homie Dave Koresh, this is the first like lesson in marketing that I ever got unknowingly, but he had like a street team. He had a tricked hella kids into feeling like they was part of some shit, but they was just really doing promo and marketing for bro. Like, so you want to be part of Dave Koresh's street team, and it's like that same concept, that same idea. Is still now. It's like, how can you get people to subscribe to you?
Yeah.
So you think of like a streaming service. You think about anything, a YouTube channel, Instagram, anything. It's all a subscription. You are like, and the funniest part about all of this shit is it's all free. Well, Netflix isn't free, but you know what I mean? Like, subscribing to somebody on YouTube is free.
Right.
Subscribing to somebody on Instagram is pressing that follow button. But now the value is in, like, what is the content? Like, what are you doing to make people feel like they're a part of your team? Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's always the mindset. It's the execution is, you know, that's where the tech comes in. That's where the tactics or the strategy comes in. You know what I mean? Like, that part is always being figured out. So, like, I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, no, it does. And it's really interesting that you also, the way you talked about making people feel like part of your team. And we talk a lot about that on Rivet, and with helping you understand who your top fans are, your community. Like, that's how you make people feel more like they're on your team, because you understand them, you can cater to them better, mentioning the content that you put out, the types of experiences that you can create for them. So it's really interesting that was the lesson that you learned, like, way before there was like tech really to do that, but that's the underlying concept. That's really cool. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists have that similar thought or train of thought where they just unknowingly learned a lot of shit and didn't even really understand or wasn't able to process in real time what it was that they were learning, whether it was marketing or analyzing data or even coming up with marketing strategies or social media strategies when they, releasing singles and, how do I get this to more people? Or who are some people that I can connect with that can help me get it to more people? So it's interesting to see artists' mindset surrounding those type of topics in relation to a platform like Rivet, to where it's like that's pretty much the basis of the company, is to like help those artists figure it out, so to speak.
Yeah, no, and when you were trying to figure that out, I'm curious, what was that moment for you when you felt like things were starting to move in the right direction?
You know what platform that was really crucial in that was SoundCloud, right? So SoundCloud just had, all right, I was thinking about this the other day. We have, as musicians, as rappers, as whatever, as artists, we have distribution services that essentially get our music from point A to point B, B being DSPs and shit like that, right? What SoundCloud did, essentially, was cut that middleman, right? So imagine if you are an artist and you're able to essentially upload your music directly to Spotify. Right. If you're able to upload your music directly to Apple, right? Like, past using a TuneCore, past using a DistroKid, past all of that. If these companies were smart and not greedy, so it's really still fuck them, but if they weren't greedy, it's like the amount of, I guess, the revenue coming from them could be increased because they would be direct to consumer. SoundCloud did
not share with other platforms.
SoundCloud did that. The thing that they didn't do was scale fast enough, right? They didn't scale and like start including ads on their service, so they wasn't getting paid. So then it's like, you was able to you was able to upload to SoundCloud, but so what? You wasn't really getting paid, so there was no incentive to be like, but it still created a community and it blasted a lot of people's music. So the potential is there. Right. It's truly there. But now it's like they just started adopting, you could pay for like being a pro member of SoundCloud, and now they have ads and shit and people monetize their music on SoundCloud, but they're losing to bigger platforms. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the ease of accessibility that SoundCloud has is what needs to happen more. You know what I mean? Like, things need to be from direct artist to consumer, or really direct any person who's creating a product to consumer. Yeah. The middleman is taking all the bread. We learned that shit from drugs. Like, motherfuckers is like literally taking all the bread. And unnecessarily. It's like somebody who's doing a job that you can easily do for yourself, like, and now they're charging a premium because you just don't know better as an artist. So it's like that model needs to change. and you know, just even trying to find ways to get to your fan base directly. Like that always will work in a sense of like, I don't know, doing a show or some shit or being like on ground. But now everything going so digital, it's like, how do we continue to create the spaces where the artist and the fan have like not having a threesome.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's just a direct connection. Yeah, now that makes perfect sense. Like, artists definitely need to have that direct connection with the fans and understand them to understand, like, how can they grow with them, right? Because that's the thing with a fan, like, once you feel like you understood, you like, man, this artist hear me. Even if they don't, you know, like literally hear you, but
the power of the art is so crazy. It's like, you know, through working with Louis, like, motherfuckers really be inspired, like really, like, will, like, understand you to a degree. And it's almost, like, surreal, because it'd be, like, people who would hit me is, like, you're this type of way, like, thank you for being so kind, or, like, da-da-da, like, traits or whatever. And I'm like, what? Me? Like,
but I feel like those type of supporters are people who grew with you from, like, Light Days to Princess Cuts, you know what I'm saying? So they see the evolution. So it's important for you as an artist to, you know, provide that value back to them.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And show them appreciation for supporting you. But yeah, that's a great point though.
Yeah. I'm curious, what did you learn from those folks in the SoundCloud, like your OG SoundCloud fans?
Man, because the original question was,
when did it start to take off?
Yeah, when it started to take off. Yeah, the sound. Okay,
yeah.
I mean, they were just so engaged, and it was like strictly off the music. So like, the crazy part was, it's like, nowadays you gotta create a persona and then
sprinkle in some music.
Sprinkle in some sprinkle in some music. You gotta create a persona and promote that persona more than anything. And it used to be like, you gotta think about it, like, it used to be like, that was the whole point, the mystery, the allure of an artist was like, you didn't know the in and outs of this. Like now, it's like, you have to wait to get an interview to see Lil Wayne be like, don't ask me what's in my cup. Yeah. Or like, you know what I mean? A little, like, sneak peeks of his personality, which is cool because it gives you like this space for your imagination. Like you as a fan get to be creative in like how you perceive this person who is giving you some art. Right. Art isn't supposed to be definite. So like the person themselves is part of their art. So they shouldn't be definite either until you meet that nigga, shake his hand. Now it's like we asking, is Kylie Jenner dating Bad Bunny for real? Like, why? Like, nah, it's not. And it's too intrusive now. You know what I mean?
We know what our favorite artists have for lunch.
And it's like weird. It's like,
post it.
For real, it's like, I can't be myself without being myself without a camera in the room. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's cool, but now it's like the demand is like, I do got to show you what I ate. And that shit crazy, because it's like, what if I'm having an off day?
Because now, like, if I don't show you what I ate, are you going to go find another artist that do show you what I ate?
It's like, nah, this nigga not eating. He's not eating. I can't subscribe to this. He's not eating.
Man.
So we're going to start the first question of trivia, and there's a few questions, well, just 3. So, first question, how many Spotify streams on Reboot? I got options for you. I got options. Option A, 6.4 million. Option B, 6.7 million. Option C, 6.2 million.
Damn. Is it 6.4?
Wrong. 6.7 million.
Better.
It's coming.
I need to stick to the data. I'm thinking.
So next question I have for you is, now as we've like moved past the SoundCloud era, moving into this showing your food every day era, like how are you currently engaging with your community? And I kind of have a sense for how it's changed, but you can talk to like what it was before, how that's evolved. But what does that look like today?
Now I'm just, you know, like I said, I haven't put out content in so long, so now I'm readjusting to having a camera there everywhere we go. Like if I'm at the studio, whatever the fuck. If
we
I'm
got 2 for you.
Yeah, so it's like, but my idea is like, you know, I love people like Frank Ocean Like I really love, like Frank Ocean doesn't have to put, and I'm not at the level, I'm not at Frank's, you know, Frank has done a lot, but so there's
He might need to now though.
I mean, exactly, which sucks, to be honest, cause like that ruins Frank Ocean, you know, but hopefully he stay on whatever he's doing. But I don't know, it's just, I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out like what exactly I need to feed my fans. Music is the thing that I love to do. You know me. You know who I really am. Like, we could put all this shit on camera, but I feel like niggas might cancel me. So it's like, I gotta really be careful. So I'm just trying to like, you know, just take it, work with other people, you know, cause that's the other thing, like collaborating with somebody who is a cinematographer, videographer who has ideas. I'm always open to suggestion. So I'm still building it. I think I just need to put out more content. People got to see your face more, all that type of stuff. But that's where we're at right now.
Yeah. And with the people that kind of have been growing with you from like the early ways you were doing it, does anything stick out for you as like a big thing or a super nice thing that someone did for you that was in your fan base that you remember?
Like people done such cool things, random things. Just always the support first and foremost. But like people would pull up on me, give me jackets. A nigga gave me this jacket I don't have for like
leather.
The leather. Like this is like the most iconic jacket that I have, and this nigga just gave this to me like a while ago, and I'm like, yo, this off just showing love and appreciation. So like y'all said, it's like I'm definitely, my spirit is always trying to figure out ways to like show my fans I appreciate them and just be present in like, whether it's something as small as just like having a conversation. I remember I called a fan who was he had tweeted some shit about like, you know, like harming himself and all that type of, and I'm like, nah, I'm finna call this person because, you know, like everybody go through shit like that or like have those moments where they feel like nobody's listening or like you know what I mean? So it's like just engaging with them, and I'm sure that shit gonna evolve as we continue to like put the art out and get more resource and try.
And as you continue to grow as an artist and as a creative, your fan base expands as well. So that's one thing, and they might, you know, support in different ways, or you might figure out different ways that engage with them more, that connect with them more personally. So that's a good thing about growing. And at where you're now currently in your career, it's about finding another form of balance, right?
Right.
It's like, okay, how do I do this and this without too much of either or? So.
And is there anything that's like with ideas that you've had that you're like, oh, this would be cool to do now that you're thinking about doing more for your fans?
You know what? One time, me and Joey we was going to the movies, but we was like trying to take we had just dropped our first album as Leather Corduroys, and we was like, this was like some cool shit, but it was also some dangerous shit. We was just like, yeah, like we want to have a field trip, everybody pull up, let's go to the movies, but let's all do acid. So like, we was like with all the people, you know, who was down to do that shit and just linked up and just did that. So I was like, that was like some cool shit.
Just like random people that
random people, they could have literally snapped our necks. So like niggas could have came in that bitch and exploded. Like, but fucking, we just did that shit. So it's like, but now nigga like grown, I care about my life. I want a wife and kids.
Safety and well-being is important now.
Yeah, so, but yeah, shit like that, just being in real life on ground, like, niggas figure it out, like, really just, that's the tactic, pull up.
Right.
Figure out ways for people to pull up, because it's always something that we doing that's be like, damn, we was just tweaking.
Right.
Just tweaking with some random people, like, so shit.
Y'all took acid rap to the
next level. 3D, acid rap, 4D. Motherfucking.
It's also hilarious that you said the Frank Ocean thing, because one of the things I actually was curious to understand is other artists, fan bases, or communities that you look at and you're like, oh, this would be cool, like to like have some elements of this.
Hell yeah, fucking Frank. When The Weeknd first dropped and he was doing all of the shit with, like, he literally wasn't showing his face.
Yeah,
and
you didn't know what he looked
like. And that was so cool to me because I was like, damn, like people really engage with the shit, the music. But that's just that shit long gone.
Yeah, now like you said, it's the fans or the supporters are engaged in so many aspects of an artist's life. It's just not about only the music anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, how? No. Like,
I mean, I guess it was like that because me being like a lifelong fan of music, of hip hop, we did have small peeks into windows of artists' life or their creative style, but it was curated, so to speak, right? We did have bad magazines where we had interviews, but we would have to wait until a new issue was printed and distributed. I'm not sure how long that process takes, but I would say just a month or two maybe before we got like those reviews, those exclusive interviews and stuff like that. And then moving forward from that with more content pieces being available or more shows like Making the Band or Behind the Video, Behind the Music, we kind of got those small glimpses, but it was also curated. You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy because it's like, I'm going to coin this right now. I'm going to call it the binge theory. Like, niggas get to binge people's lives now. At first, like, to what you was just saying, is like, you have to wait for the episode to come out. You have to wait for the interview to come out. And you was excited. There was like a moment created with that. Now you could tune in and be like, and you could damn near tune out because you seen the whole season. And like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this nigga too. Fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, we getting crazy with the consumption, but I guess it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, for the people who are good at it too, like, that's a talent.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it takes some shit to just be like, I'm going to give y'all me dancing at like in a random construction site today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be crazy. Like, I'm like, I can't dance, nigga. I can't do that.
You gotta learn.
Hell no, I'm not gonna learn how to dance. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? But
or just today or in dance classes, like 5 hours a day.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just get flea and rap and make music, dude. So I can't. Maybe I need to do that. You know what? I told you my idea. I'm finna go viral with this TikTok shit. Just watch out. Watch out for two TikToks. Jim Fitz and
Leather Criminal.
The Leather Criminal.
Oh my God. I can't wait till you guys meet the Leather Criminal.
Oh, that's a Rivet exclusive. So watch out for that. With all the people that you know now in your fan base, how would someone outside your fan base describe it?
Sensitive. A lot of my fans like be tuned in. Well, you said somebody outside of it?
Yeah, someone just like looking in. Like, that's how you like.
Oh no, my fans be having me fucked up. People think I'm an asshole. Like, motherfuckers think I'm like, you know, like very, I don't know, like the superstar thing be getting to people, like, people really, like, think that's my whole persona. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, that come with like, oh yeah, you probably be doing this and doing this with like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I think the thing that I be constantly trying to do is just be a real nigga. Like, I fuck with so many different types of people from like an intelligence standpoint, like just people who are into whatever they're into, people who are themselves, you know what I mean? I don't like just promote, I don't go to the club, like I don't like, you know, like do all sorts of
like the standard rapper things that y'all think.
You would be surprised.
You'd be surprised, seriously.
Yeah, like, but you know, I mean, I also occupy spaces where people think I'm like a fucking weirdo, and it'd be like that. This is cool. Like, I, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, for sure. Like, I still whoop your ass. And it's like, you done seen it, bro. It's like a nigga.
Firsthand.
Niggas be trying to.
Oh, you got a leather jacket?
Or a cowboy costume. Motherfuckers. It's the chart to fuck around and find out. I live by that. Like,
X-axis.
Like X-axis.
You will find out.
Find out something. We're not promoting violence.
You took the. Oh yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, we're not promoting that.
Not promoting violence.
We're not promoting no violence. Rivers for the kids.
I wanted to make sure they heard you.
Yeah, really for the kids, like Wu-Tang.
There's this question that I always ask, which is, and you're kind of leading into it, like, what 4 things would people not describe you as? So I'm gonna just ask it.
What 4 things would people not describe me as? Yo, that's a good question, because that forces you to think, who the fuck are your ops, and what do they think?
What do they think?
What do my ops think of me? He a bitch ass nigga. That's what they.
Not a bitch ass nigga.
Not a bitch ass nigga. B. Like, all right, if this is like my eulogy, like my obituary, it'd be like all the shit that's opposite on my obituary. The loving, caring, okay, not a bitch ass nigga is for sure the first one. Wait, ask the question again, because I'm having a hard time like understanding how to like.
No.
You said what would
There's 4 things that they will for 100% not say that you are.
Not say that
people who don't know me.
People who know you.
Oh, people who know me.
Yeah.
This is fucked up, but on time. That's
I know him. And yes.
Yeah. But it's all part of the fashion now.
Okay. Fashionably late.
Exactly. It's all part of the fashion, because I got to make sure niggas is looking at me when I walk in. So it's like, if I'm late, then it's like, I bet. Like, niggas have to pay attention. Okay. The third thing, fuck. Not a bitch ass nigga, late. I don't even want to say that, because I think it's just, when people meet me, it's just a no. I think people don't be understanding how intelligent a young nigga is. Man. Like, the fuck is going on? Like,
so they won't say that you're dumb.
Yeah, but they should.
They can't say that.
They can't say that I'm dumb. They cannot say. Oh, okay. Okay. Now that you said it like that, you can't. Okay, so you cannot say I'm on time. You can't say I'm a bitch ass nigga. You cannot say that I'm dumb, and you cannot say that I'm not a handsome young man.
Oh my God!
At the end of the day, folks, it's as simple as that, dude. Somebody looking on the outside is like, yo, that's a handsome guy. Dude. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
What can I say?
What can I say? Well, you can't really look too. If, ands, or buts, none of that. It come down to it. Nah, let me stop playing.
It's that Nigerian.
It's the Nigerian. Nah, fuck that nigga. It's that's my mama, G. She's a beautiful woman. But in seriousness, I think again, like how open I think I am very open. I think I pride myself on being open and embracing, people of different. I just be liking to learn from shit. So like people can't ever really say that I am dismiss, like, on some asshole shit. People can't say I'm an asshole.
So we're gonna get to the second question of trivia. Massive. When did you release the Payload music video?
Oh shit, that had to be 20.
Hold on, wait. We got options.
I be forgetting.
We got options.
You got options.
Yeah, okay.
Handsome man, he said. January.
Hell nah. Let me stop playing.
You want to get something off your chest?
No. It's all album worth it.
It's like therapy.
Yeah.
A, January 2018. B, October 2017. Or C, March 2018.
It had to be 2017. So October.
Wrong.
What? Wait. Let me get another. That's wild.
There's only two more options.
Oh no, I'm counting. I'm counting. It had to be around my birthday in January of 18.
But it's too late. You already messed with it.
Damn.
You had two options left.
But you know what's crazy? No bet. We shot it.
I knew that's what you were going to think.
Yeah, 2017.
That's how I got them last time. So I knew it was going to get you that way.
Okay. Yeah, we shot it in 2017.
Awesome. So now home stretch. So what's been the most difficult thing for you building your fan base so far?
Engagement. Like figuring out where these people are, and then like from that, using that data to engage, like to figure out how they want to be engaged and stuff like that. And especially, and then on my end, it's just been the consistency of like putting out the content and the music to then have constant conversation with them. But it's engagement.
Lucky for you, have Rivet now.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
How do you feel?
Like, I don't want to work for Rivet. I want Rivet to work for me.
There we go.
It's here. How do you feel the internet has impacted like a lot of things that you're saying with building a fan base, building a community, and what are you excited for looking forward? But also, what makes you miss the old days and the old ways you used to do it?
Well, I'm looking forward to my AI Drake feature. Like, low key, I feel like it's just overdue. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we might as well just throw him on there. Might as well throw Ye on there too. While we had it and Ice Spice. Ice Spice on there.
And her princess cuts.
Yeah, Princess Diana, Princess Cut, mash up type situation. But yeah, the internet is wonderful. It's wonderful. You call motherfuckers bitch ass niggas and never have to see never have to see them. Like, you can do a lot. Like, we got Call of Duty. Like, I know it's getting like tangent. Like, motherfuckers be saying whatever. Motherfuckers told us that this is actually hilarious. I'm sorry, I have to say this. Motherfuckers told us Call of Duty is notorious for being called out of your name. Specifically getting called a nigga. Like, so in the scheme of shit, somebody told me how confident that they were that I was a nigga. They could hear my lips smacking through the mic. And I was like, yo, this type of joke couldn't exist without the internet. This is hilarious. Like, you could tell the color of my skin because you could hear my lips through the mic. You know how funny that is? Like, are you kidding me? That's hilarious. That is absolutely fucking...
It sounds like you eating some fried chicken.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, this is gold. Like, imagine a stand-up show where it's just a mic on stage. A fucking speaker on stage. The motherfuckers is, like, zooming into the stand... Gee, the internet is wonderful. But the ways that it used to, like, I just think that it's so important to meet people. Like, you ever go through something with a girl and y'all be arguing on the phone?
A lot of things.
A lot of things, right? And you'll be arguing on the phone or whatever, y'all, well, fuck you too. Or not even fuck you too. Y'all wouldn't even know how to end the conversation on the phone. It just might be passive aggressive.
Right.
When you get in person, there's so much more. There's body language. There's scent. There's all these things that appeal to people's senses when you in person, that the internet has kind of taken away or desensitized or has made like collective thought. So everybody think this is the way that things should go intrinsically. Like, everybody's like, I bet. Like, I saw some interesting shit, and this is some whole podcast level discussion shit, but it's
episode 2.
fucking Gabrielle Union, and she made a comment about going 50-50 with Dwayne Wade. Yeah. And I like, to be honest, fuck all of that shit. But that's her choice, right? That's her. If she's happy, cool. If there's another couple wherever in the world that they feel like the man should pay everything, cool. I'm looking for the sugar mama who gonna take care of my lifestyle and put me in a position.
The payload.
You know what I mean? I'm looking for the payload. But all of these things are preferences, right? All of these things are preferences that essentially like people get to subscribe to on their own. But now it's like the pressure from the internet, that shit not cool.
Yeah.
It's like now it's like there's so much, like you gotta look this way, or if, you know what I mean? Like there's this standard that's getting created through the internet that's like, it's whack. It's just whack. It doesn't let people live like natural lives or like lives that are specific to how they really feel.
Yeah, it might not reflective of real life.
For sure. And I only use that example because I know like even the sound bite of do you agree with somebody going 50-50 as a nigga? Even that soundbite gets turned into like, this nigga don't agree with taking care of women. I'm damn, G, like, I can't even just speak mine no more. Like, but it is what it is.
And in the future, now as we're going forward, what do you think is how it'll look for how artists and fans will engage with each other?
How artists and fans will engage with each other. It's kind of all the stuff we were kind of talking about earlier.
What's it going to look like going forward?
What's it going to look like? I think that the more and more personal social media platforms become, I think there's going to be more interface where the fan has more access in the sense of like, you see what Twitter's doing with subscription. You see what Instagram did with live. You see what TikTok did with, TikTok is still just like a DIY type engagement, but live is a good example, right? It's like live is like now you are watching this person in real time. I think that's going to continue to kind of, or the app we was just talking about with people being able to text their favorite artists, like it's going to get more and more and more personal. How can we make it more personal? That's going to be the challenge of every new company, is like, how can we get this artist or this creative towards their fan quicker and more personally. So whatever that looks like, I couldn't.
I know what it looks like.
Rivet.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know. That was an alley-oop. I took it. Yeah, no, real talk though. Like what you guys are doing, you know, like we're collecting the data and having it available for the artist to be like, this is where I need to go. This one, that is the future of this shit. Because if I saw something, I was talking to Joe, because he had just shot a campaign with Twista.
Yeah.
And just in the strata of the conversation, we was just talking about like how people love Twista, But he was like, Twista's been able to keep going for so long is because like they'll see that they got fans in Stockholm, Sweden, wherever the hell, and go there. Yeah. They'll just go there. And, you know, I mean, I know you do a similar thing with Louis, like just y'all just go to wherever the fuck people showing the love at. So that, and then that becomes real. That moment becomes real. You get to document it, and now you get to show it and be like, damn, we're missing out in this other place.
And
whatever.
then you figure out what's the next place like that I can wash, rinse, repeat the same process.
Exactly. So, yeah, but to answer your question, yes, this is going to become more personal. Like, I think all the UI, like all the user interfaces and everything going to be more like geared to like press this button to ping cameos. Like, and I'm not trying to shout out other people, but like they did that shit with, you know, personalized
video
messages from celebrities and shit like that. So it's this is going to keep pushing that way.
Yeah, no, I agree. And besides Rivet, what 3 apps can't you do without on your phone?
Can't do it. I gotta give it to the gram.
The gram.
Only 3. There's no loopholes.
Okay. Oh, only 3.
Only 3.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta give it to the gram. The gram is up there. YouTube, definitely. You know, YouTube is a crazy tool. In
YouTube University.
YouTube University. So they got a McDonald's University. That shit is one point. But fucking YouTube is great because it's so much more than video. Well, through video, it's so much more. I want to say Twitter, but I also get annoyed with Twitter. But
let me just tell you what happens if you say Twitter. You can't call anyone.
Okay.
You can't text anyone.
Yeah. What you mean?
No other apps. You can't use any other apps. If you use just...
Oh shit!
You need the phone out.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking that shit is integrated into my phone. Is the phone app an app, or is it just my phone? Like, cut it out. Like, messages is an app.
Messages definitely an app.
So wait a minute. No. Are we classifying those
icons?
As apps? They're icons. Are they apps though? Are they? Do they have they have an interface? Nah, they're not apps, bro. Like, huh? But no. But you know what? I could DM away. I could get in contact with whoever the fuck I really needed to contact through DMs.
That's true.
You can damn near video chat on IG now.
Yeah, the power of social
power
media.
of
No, you
social-
can't.
Yeah, you literally can.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that question to icons because you can't use anything else. Just
Okay,
3
so then it would be
icons.
IG, phone, and messages.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
No. As a matter of fact, I could do without the phone.
What about your Chase app?
Yeah, I was gonna say that with my banking app. Yeah, that's why I was
You
like,
could go in branch.
hell no. I need that app. Nah, that's insane. That's a crazy question. 3 apps. We're tweaking. I can't do without the Rivet app. Like, every day I wake
No, I
up-
said besides River. Besides River.
I wake up every single day.
The
I
River
check-
one's
I check-
integrated in your phone. It's
Nah,
integrated.
okay. Yeah, no, IG phone and maybe my bank app or maybe messages, but phone and messages are interchangeable because it's like, no, FaceTime.
Oh yeah.
FaceTime more than anything because I don't really like to message.
Yeah.
But yeah, IG, FaceTime, and Chase. And Chase.
Sound, communicating to the money.
Everything's coming back. Damn, but what about emails? I don't just get no emails.
Artists don't like emails. I guess it's all good.
Less.
What-
Emo, what up?
What 3 artists do you think should come on this podcast?
I think y'all gotta get Vic on here
I agree.
because that's a smart, stupid nigga. Smart guy.
Smart guy.
Love him to death. Stupid guy. Love him to death. Nah, it's like the ALS challenge. I nominate Vic, Joey Purp, and Chano and Chance. Get them up here.
I don't think I've heard of any of those guys.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
they're
What are they?
underground Chicago artists.
Still coming up.
Yeah, one of them, he's actually having a show in August. I think he
is it,
won
like
like
a
some
basement
sort of no, he won a lottery.
Okay.
For the United Center had a lottery
Oh,
for
nice.
artists
Yeah,
to
they
perform.
select the local
The
artists.
local artists, but they'll fill up the arena for you.
Oh, okay.
And,
right after a game or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's like, stick around. We have a special performance for you, and bro gets to come out. So
No.
I think
Lucky.
Chance is doing that.
Okay.
I think the Joey guy, he has a show with this guy, this way bigger artist, Strick, who's coming in
Okay,
town.
okay.
You know what I
I
mean?
did see that.
He's getting his big shot. You know what I mean?
I heard
So-
about Strick.
Yeah,
This is
you
a
know
big
what I
look,
mean?
okay.
Big shot. For the Vic Mensa dude, he's actually a special case. They needed.
Is he from here? Like,
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's from the suburbs, but he
a suburban dude.
a suburban dude. But you know, he has his what's that song with those 2 other way more successful artists?
Is it Swish with Jeezy or G-Eazy?
G-Eazy.
Okay, yeah.
I know that guy.
So, yeah, we
He's
know that
huge.
guy. He's huge.
That's
Yeah, it's a big opportunity for that guy.
But no, it's crazy because we actually had Joy in for a meeting.
Okay.
Vic came by the office and we spoke to them, and obviously Chano is the homie. So that's been one of my things, is just making sure that we show love to artists like yourself, artists like Joy, artists like Vic, people who came up in Chicago, people who are authentic to the city and that has made waves throughout the industry and that are still progressing forward.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you being here with us today, man.
Appreciate y'all. This was fun. This
One
was
last
great.
trivia question for you.
Let's do it.
What's the second Insta post on your page? Now, I know you might have deleted things, but what's second right now? 1, Princess Cut's promo video.
Okay.
2, new album promo clip. Or 3, Princess Cut's live performance.
Princess Cut's promo clip.
New album promo clip.
Oh,
We 0 for 3.
It's archived.
0 for
baby.
3.
Hell no, dude. Princess. Even if
It's all about Princess Cuts right now.
Even if it's not Princess Cuts, out now. Go get that, scream that, or slap somebody.
Stream that, watch the video.
Superstar Cammy tapping out.
Tapping out.
Peace.
Ski.
If you're watching this, you have an audience interacting with you, coming to your events, buying stuff from you, and tons more.
Rivet plugs into all that and tells you who your top fans are so that you can target them in a more personalized way. With Rivet, you can put your fan engagement on autopilot, deepen your fan relationships, and take your sales all the way up. Join our exclusive beta today at rivet.app and take your community and creative business to the next level for free.